Hey, welcome to my home. Come on in.
The city lights call me downtown. Ooh, we gon' get it, yeah, we gon' get it. Ooh, we gon' get it, yeah, we gon' get it. Ooh, we gon' get it, yeah, we gon' get it. Ooh, we gon' get it. The city lights call.
Last year, I posted my first ever apartment tour, and since then, a lot has actually changed. I've gotten new pieces of furniture and added some other additions to the space to make it more my own and make it more personal. Okay, so I've lived here in Toronto for about 6 years now in this space, and the space itself is around 500 square feet, so really not the biggest unit ever, but just enough space for myself, 2 cats, and my roommate. I don't consider myself a minimalist. I love having a lot of things around me that make me happy, make me feel inspired, whether they're books or records, CDs, sculptures, small objects. I love having things around me. And it's all kind of come together to create this vision of what my mind looks like, but in a physical space. So let's take a look. So this is probably the place I spend the most amount of time in my apartment, the couch and kind of lounge area. This couch is from the CB2 and Goop collection, and it has this nice boucle fabric all around it, so it's much more durable with, cats scratching it throughout the day. Also over here we have my coffee table. I don't know what brand this is from. I bought it off Marketplace a while ago, but it's actually solid concrete, so it's super heavy. But let's do a little bit of a coffee table tour. Okay, first up we got this Paris art design magazine from the 90s. This one's really special. It's a cat-sized Why Cats paint. We got these Curves drink coasters. They look like you spilled your drink, but you didn't. We have these IKEA flameless battery-powered candles, which are pretty cool on this candle stand over here. We also have this pretty unique concrete kind of storage system designed by Blank Studios. And this thing is incredibly well built. It looks beautiful and has all these little unique pockets for storing your items. And this is the Womb chair. It's an incredibly comfortable chair just for sitting, relaxing, lounging. I love this chair. With this area of my space, my goal was to make it feel as relaxed and cozy as possible. This is a space to relax after a long day, and I do spend a lot of time here if I'm working from home or chilling in the evening. Okay, behind me over here I have these lead shelves from IKEA with a bunch of books, magazines, records, and some other little small trinkets as well. And just above these shelves, I actually do have plants in my home now. These are some very unique Amazon wall planters that kind of keep the plants out of the way of the cats and also make them into wall decor. I'm a big fan of these. I'm a plant guy now. So this shelf over here, I don't know where it's from. I bought it at a furniture store. It was unbranded, but it's great for all of my cassette tapes, my Vision Pro, of course, a couple more plants up top, and another one inside over here. Behind me, of course, my IKEA donut lamp, and just behind me over here, this light switch cover by a fan from Italy. I picked up these 2 posters on my travels in Italy. I don't really know what this one says, to be honest with you, even after translating it, but pretty sure this one says now strip. For the longest time, I had nothing on my walls. That's because I just couldn't find any art or posters or prints that I actually wanted to hang up. But I feel like the best way to find really unique pieces is actually getting old art gallery exhibition posters. They are still kind of expensive, but they are kind of like owning a version of the original piece, but with extra typography and just a nice added touch, and also a bit of history as well. I love these posters. They also still do hold a lot of value as well. And this one is an original by Toronto artist Joe Fleming. I've had this one for quite a while. It's an iPod. So this is my TV, the Samsung Serif. I've had this one for many years now, and it still is the only TV I will ever buy. It looks like a serif letter I. The top functions as a little mini shelf, as you can see, and the screen is pretty good. It's not OLED, it's not anything more than 4K, but it looks great, and it's great for everything I use it for. I love this TV because it's a combination of being a piece of technology and also a piece of furniture. I think it looks great. I also do have an Apple TV hooked up to the back of it and hidden. Okay, so this is a special one. This is my CD player, the Bang & Olufsen Beosound 9000. It was released in the early 2000s and it has an incredible CD changer system, holds 6 CDs, and it's a masterpiece of design. There's so much incredible technology in this CD player, especially for its age. I also have my CD collection over here, at least a few of my CDs on this IKEA ledge shelf, and Duster's keeping watch of them. This CD player is stunning, and one of my recent purchases that has become a centerpiece of this space. The CD player itself with its beautiful design is a piece of art. It has this crazy disc changer mechanism that just slides across the system, as well as displays all your CDs all the time with its glass door, which is also motorized. Over here we have a simple IKEA Kallax shelf, but I hate the look of that shelf, so I bought these different rounded arched covers from Etsy, and I just stuck them on. Looks infinitely nicer in my opinion. We have a bunch of books over here, the rest of my CD collection. I got my PS2 Slim, my Wii, and also my one of my cat feeders. And just up here we have this Sonos Era 300 speaker, this abstract blue vase from Toronto ceramist Solom, and also my Apple G4 Cube computer. And this is my air conditioning unit for the space, and they make them horribly ugly for these apartments, so I made this massive cover that I've stuck on to the unit, and it just makes it look a little bit more unique and interesting, and why can't they make them look good? I built this cover out of wood, cardboard, and plaster, which I've layered multiple times to create strength and build this facade cover. It matches the overall style of the space, as well as my love for that stone kind of concrete look. Okay, so this is my new desk setup in the space, combining a really cheap standing desk with my previous desk that I had in the space, which is a 60s space age Oryx desk. The original desk frame was not very customizable. It was also a little bit too short for me as well. So I did a little bit of work, combined it with this standing desk, and now it works perfectly. Over here I got my watches, over here I got my headphones, pencil case. There's so much storage for different items around this desk. And I got a bunch of stuff inside. And I had to do a little bit of work to allow my monitor, which is the Apple Studio display, to fit on this desk, but I think it looks pretty good. Also, very simple but essential thing for a desk setup like this. Cheap IKEA over the monitor lamp, frees up desk space. It was like $25, great purchase. I really did love the look of the Oryx desk, which I showed in my previous home tour, but I wanted to modernize it a little bit. So after painting and sealing the plastic top, I mounted it to the standing desk frame, keeping the super unique design but making it better and more ergonomic for daily usage. This desk is fairly compact, but still has all of my essentials. I have Apple's Studio display up top on this metal stand, and I mounted 2 USB-C hubs underneath. My mouse is the Logitech Mx Master 3S, and my keyboard is the Electronic Materials Office Alter 1 mechanical keyboard, which is probably my favorite looking keyboard ever. It has a low profile, large keys with beautiful typography, a super slim, clean design, and small fun details like this volume knob. And this whole desk setup is powered by my 14-inch MacBook Pro, which just plugs in and slides underneath my desk into this stick-on holder set that I found on Amazon. Another important part of my desk setup is of course the chair, and this is the Herman Miller Embody, and Herman Miller is also the sponsor of this video. I bought my first Embody 8 years ago and I've been using it ever since at my studio, and I love it. So naturally I had to have one at my home desk too, and in this colorway, it matches my space perfectly. Now this is not just a beautiful chair, which it of course is, it's also incredibly comfortable. I have scoliosis, so for me, having a comfortable chair that also supports my back while I'm sitting and working is incredibly important. It's designed alongside physicians and doctors who specialize in physical therapy, ergonomics, and more, so you know there's a lot of thought that's put into the way this chair looks and feels, and really every detail here is considered. There's also so much adjustment, including extra recline and the back fit adjustment, which allows you to actually position the backrest perfectly in line with your spine for a better seating posture. And Posture Fit supports your spine at its lowest point to prevent slouching and fatigue, so for super long work sessions, I know that I have a much better sitting position. And like usually sitting in an office chair feels very stationary and limiting, but with this chair it feels way more natural, and you kind of just feel like you're floating. And in these very hot, humid summer months, the chair is quite breathable while still being very supportive. It also comes completely built, fully assembled in its box, so you can just get right to sitting, no assembly required. And Herman Miller's chairs are meant to be very long lasting, potentially even your forever chair. Like I said, I've had my other Embody for almost 8 years now, which is pretty crazy. They're made with very strong, durable, and sustainable materials, and they also have a 12-year warranty. And before you buy, you can also use Herman Miller's 3D configurator tool on their website, so you can see how the chair actually looks in your space beforehand using augmented reality. Learn more about the Embody and Herman Miller's other amazing office chairs, the link in the description, and order your own. And thanks to Herman Miller for sponsoring this video. Now, back to the tour. Okay, so over here we have another massive shelf. This is the IKEA Anetri from the late 90s, early 2000s. I love this design. It's very simple, but it has space for all of my favorite things. I like to decorate my shelves with different books, different action figures. I have my record collection back here, my record player. I just like the idea of filling my space with all of my favorite things, because every time I look around and I see things, it makes me happy. Okay, so over here is my record collection. I bought a lot of records from either thrift stores or local record stores, or when I travel. Frank Ocean Blonde. It's so beautiful. We have this Biggie Juicy vinyl. I bought this in Japan. I've also bought this in Japan. Pretty crazy cover. West Side Gun, 10. We got the Mac DeMarco, Here Comes the Cowboy Other demos. And of course we got that Men I Trust. Beautiful. Over here we have my record player, the Audio Technica Soundburger, and I have it actually plugged into this vintage iPod hi-fi speaker, and I just know some of y'all audiophiles are going to be saying this is a horrible combination, but you know what? They look amazing, and they actually do sound pretty great too. I actually bought this iPod at the local thrift store for $5. Didn't think it was going to work, but I plugged it into my iPod Hi-Fi. It turned on, and it's just loaded with every single early 2000s banger, so pretty good deal. Over here we have this glass display case shelf from IKEA, just full of a bunch of plants and other cute small things. It's a work in progress. It's gonna look pretty good when it's done. I also have these Toyo toolboxes throughout my space full of cables, batteries, and other essentials, as well as of course tools. Okay, we gotta be quiet. There's a baby sleeping. But this is my bedroom. This is where some of the magic happens. So over here we have this bed frame, which is from IKEA, and I have a whole bunch of pillows happening, this nice, super cushy comforter, and just above me over here, this Orb IKEA lamp. On each side of the bed we have these vintage nightstands from Trico from the 1960s. They're made in Montreal, and they have these really interesting molded handles on the front. And on top you can kind of tell which side is mine. And I also have a lamp over here that I built and designed. More on that coming soon. And also these Nomad wireless chargers for my phone. We also got my exercise bike. It's dead silent, cost a third of the price of a Peloton, and it's pretty great. On one nightstand, I also have this small Nebula projector which is connected to an Apple TV hidden behind the nightstand itself. This projector is quite small, about the size of a tall boy, and is fairly inconspicuous. It's also battery powered, so I can take it with me on the go. I want to make my bedroom space feel much more cozy than my previous setup, so with the addition of new bedding, curtains, this new hanging lamp, and other changes, I think I did just that. And all the lights in my space, as well as my thermostat and even my blinds, are all smart devices and controlled by Apple HomeKit, so I can really control almost every aspect of my home from my phone. I've also hidden some NFC tags around my space and set them up with automations in the Apple Shortcuts app to make quick changes to my home devices simply by putting my phone near the tags. So this one, for example, at night when I'm in bed, I put my phone near this tag and it closes all of my blinds. I converted my blinds into smart blinds using the Ryse blind system. My light bulbs are from Lifex and Philips Hue, and my thermostat is an older Ecobee model. Okay, it's about to rain, so come on with me quickly outside. Let's go. So this is my extremely large outdoor patio space, as you can see. Just enough room for a couple things. I have this folding table I got on Amazon, some chairs, nice little lounge chair, little planter situation. You know, I make it work. And welcome to the kitchen. This is where I cook sometimes. Over here we have my dining table. This is from EQ3. The whole top is solid marble and the legs are made of iron. I've had this table since I first moved in here almost 6 years ago, and I'm not gonna get rid of it. And my dining chairs are actually quite old. I believe they're from the 1960s. The shell seating part is made of fiberglass, the rest is metal. They've definitely been through a lot, but I love the design. They look great with my actual table, and I'm a fan. I really do love cooking. It's kind of difficult in this space because there really isn't that much counter space. It's a really tiny oven. Over here we have my Mocha Master Technivorm coffee machine. It makes an amazing drip coffee, as well as some other little shelves of kitchen essentials. We got my water heater. So this is my bathroom. A lot happens in here. And to make sure this place smells good, I have a little incense station over here. Beautiful. Over here is the front entryway. I like to keep it nice and clean, nice and simple. Behind me I have a shoe rack over here, as well as this mirror with a nice little ledge to put my keys, sunglasses, stuff like that. I like to keep it nice and clean. This space has evolved so much since the first day I moved in. It's become full of so much more life, both figuratively and quite literally. This is a space I live in and work in every single day. And as my tastes and interests change, so does the space itself. At times, this 500 square foot space feels quite small and limiting, but other times, it really feels like the perfect amount of space. I do hope to move into a much bigger space in the future, but for now, this is my home, and I love my home. And I think that's pretty much it. This has been a look at my apartment here in Toronto. Full tour updated for 2024, and I want to hear your thoughts on this space in the comments down below. The things you like, the things you don't like. I want to hear your thoughts. And thanks for watching. Bye.
Thank you, Toronto. Thank you very much.